everybody. Will Davis from the Monroe County Reporter with your weekly dose of highlights and headlines from this week's newspaper. Thank you for supporting hometown journalism and the Reporter. Here are some of the highlights you'll find. Monroe County Sheriff's Office on the hunt for a killer driver that killed a Mississippi woman in a 4-car pileup on the interstate on Saturday. Nandy Franklin, age 31, was a nurse from Mississippi. She was northbound on I-75 when, in the oncoming lane, a driver tried to pass another car on the grass in the median when the suspects, sideswiped another car, sending it out of control into a truck and trailer. They both went across those steel cables in the median and plowed into Franklin's vehicle. She was pinned between the car and pronounced dead on the scene. More details in the Reporter. A Smaller man was sentenced to 20 years in prison on Monday after pleading guilty to firing at law enforcement officers in a standoff in September of 2019. Alan Benson pled guilty before Judge Bill Fears, and Fears sentenced him only after hearing from friends and family and Benson's pastor, who testified to his hard work ethic, character, and the father of 3 children and the husband of his wife, Ivy, asking the judge for mercy and a shorter prison term for Benson. Judge Fears sentenced him to 20 years, saying that he had an opportunity last year to plead to a lesser offense. District Attorney Jonathan Adams said Benson was offered 10 years to serve last year, but that offer was rejected. Now he'll serve a 20-year sentence up for parole. District Attorney Jonathan Adams said he doesn't know when Benson will be up for parole. Benson said he doesn't even remember the activities of that night when he was drinking and hunting coyotes with a friend and turned on his friend and then shot at deputies as they arrived. Alcohol was blamed, but he said he hasn't had a drink since that night. Find out more in this week's newspaper. Monroe County paraded into the Christmas season this week on Thursday with the Hometown Holidays Parade, the 32nd annual edition of the Hometown Holidays Parade in Forsyth. Large crowds packed into the downtown square. Local restaurants said they were very busy. It was a good night for Forsyth. And then on Saturday, of course, the annual Bolingbroke Parade, a great tradition down Riverly Road right there in Bolingbroke. Some of the winners from that Forsyth Parade: Best in Show, Wild and Rooted Hair won first place. Second place, KB Sutton and Hubbard Elementary tied for second place. Third place, T.G. Scott. Best Use of Lights, Head Heating and Air, a perennial winner, won Best Use of Lights. Honorable mention was Primary Pediatrics. Most Creative, Jackson Metal Roofing, and an honorable mention to Save a Pet. A great night. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to all in Monroe County.
Hey Monroe County, if you're planning a wedding, a big event, a corporate Christmas party, we have the place for you. Our friends at Macon Tent Rentals, Jeff Holloway and his team are Monroe County residents, and they are the best. They are the top of the pack when it comes to tent rentals and preparing for the equipment for a big party. Tents, tables, chairs, lighting, dance floors, staging, pipe, drapes, cooling units, linen, cafe lights, just to name a few. You can even pick up items for rent at their location. Call now for a free quote, 478-746-8269.
Hi, I'm Donna Wilson with this week's Monroe County Reporter Incident of the Week. Officer John Bogdan was sent to a home on South Lee Street in reference to a possible squatter on November 30th, where a man told him his significant other heard a sniffle and a cough come from under the house. Bogdan waited for Corporal Kimberly Barnett to arrive before he went under the house to investigate. He found nothing except for a cat Barnett said she saw run out when he crawled through the opening. The resident was advised to put a lock and door on the crawl space.
Hey y'all, this is Tammy Rafferzeter. The Monroe County Bicentennial Commission buried a time capsule Saturday that will be opened in 50 years. Inside a 3-foot tall, 1-foot diameter PVC tube were over 250 letters to future citizens books, photographs, mementos, coronavirus masks, and a flash drive containing a video with over 2 hours of local citizens giving the history of Monroe County. Committee members and friends signed the capsule with a permanent marker before it was sealed and taped up inside of 2 large trash bags and then placed in a hole dug on the northwest corner of the courthouse square. The Monroe County Reporter was well represented inside the capsule as its pages were used as packing.
Yes, that's right. Fake news has entered the lexicon in American culture, and for good reason. There's a lot of fake news. You won't find any fake news in the print edition of the Reporter. We try to get it right anyway. But in this video broadcast, every week, just to keep it fun, you'll find a fake news story. It's your job to figure out which it is. We'll find out how well you detect truth and lies. So post it on the comments below. What is the fake news story? Tell us below.
Hello, my name is Terry Johnson, and I write Monroe Outdoors for the Reporter. This week I'm going to be talking about one of the handful of plants that we associate with the Christmas holidays. The plant that I'm talking about is mistletoe. We're all familiar with mistletoe. This is the plant that we hang above our doors at Christmas time in hopes of stealing a kiss from a loved one. But the Christmas story is just part of the whole story when it comes to mistletoe. Mistletoe is also a plant that is a valuable wildlife food plant. And I'm going to talk about how many different kinds of animals benefit from it. In addition, if you're a deer hunter, you'll find out exactly why the mistletoe played such a key role in the reestablishment of deer throughout Monroe County and the rest of the state of Georgia. Where else can you find a story like this but in this week's Reporter?
Monroe County loves its firearms, and there's no better place to get your firearms and ammunition needs than Red Root Defense, a small family-owned business right here in the heart of Georgia near the Jones-Monroe County line. Check them out for a full selection of firearms, ammunition, and accessories. Well, the 2022 governor's race in Georgia heating up. A lot of new candidates have announced. David Perdue going to challenge Governor Brian Kemp, and also Stacey Abrams jumping into the race from the Democratic side. Yeah, she was in Forsyth in Monroe County for a rally recently. We have coverage right here at the Reporter.
I'm so happy to be here in Forsyth, Alabama tonight. Georgia.
Stacey Abrams rally with all of her Monroe County supporters. See details in this week's Reporter. Monroe County schools got some bad news last week. Found out they will not be getting a $3 million grant to start a college and career academy on the campus of Mary Persons. That news from the State Department of Schools and Technical Colleges. Monroe County was one of 10 to apply for just 3 slots that had been budgeted for these career academies, which help young people in high school get on a career path while they're still in school. The counties that did get them were Mitchell, Candler, and Lumpkin counties. Superintendent Dr. Mike Hickman said that they will hope to try again next year and hopefully get the grant. Find out more in the Reporter.
Take a cue from me. Do you really want to be informed? Subscribe to the Reporter and do it today.
In sports, the Mary Persons Mad Dogs off to a 4-1 start to the wrestling season. We talked to Coach Barron Hamlin and got his comments. Charlie Riles among the winners at a tournament on Saturday. Also, find out our coverage of the Georgia Bulldogs in the SEC Championship and what their future tasks are as they head into the playoffs. Also, find out about the Mary Persons Bulldogs making the all-region team, including the Offensive Player of the Year and our very own Duke Watson. Plus, those Monroe County boys from FPD filling out the all-region team for the region champions, Vikings. Find out all that and much more in this week's sports.